Why, hello, YouTube. Welcome to our second Working Class Exile series. So, we're going to do this one slightly different. For instance, this Working Class Exile is starting at maps. So, I did not do an episode every time for leveling all the way through the axe. This is the same Working Class Exile account. Barely any stash tabs, all brand new stuff, all only things I either found or was able to buy while leveling. If you want to see the leveling process, I level quite slow, but we did still record it all. There'll be a link in the description of this video to the big long VOD that'll be the entire leveling process if you need a little bit of help. But the premise of this entire series is not necessarily to help the brand new players, because they're not going to have as much knowledge as we do to begin with, but more to just see what you can do with a limited amount of time. So for this one, we're going to go with 2 hours a day, and that's it. That's all I get to do, which also means I can't set up searches. I can't be running whoops while I'm not on this account. Everything that I want to do, everything that I have to look for, everything that I have to buy, every trade I have to make, everything like that has to be done during the 2 hour window. I can still go and use TFT like normal if I want to go use TFT, but I can't go setting that up beforehand. I would have to look inside my playtime window and hope to get a reply and hope that I don't waste too much time, right? That's the way that is just going to be. I can do anything, but it has to be within the 2 hour window. So what I'm hoping to accomplish this time is going to be, I would like to have all 4 watchstones, all the bosses killed, and a very competent character that can do all of the things. That's the goal. I don't think you should need a very large amount of playtime to do those things. So that's what we're doing. We have started with an explosive arrow elementalist, because it's one of the most common league starts that happened this league, and my assumption is Working Class Exile, who's under some pretty big time constraints, should also run with a decently meta build, because those are generally much cheaper to run and already well established. You will notice we're already in a 5-link storm cloud, and that is because we did make a few chaos while leveling, and so we spent our money on what I thought would be the most efficient purchases. We did get a amulet that already had the anoint we wanted on it for cheaper than the anoint would cost, so that was quite nice. We did get a Death's Rush ring just to get us some onslaught, a pretty garbage pair of boots, the cheapest Diadem Dawn that we could find, it was only 2C, and the 5-link Stormcloud was only 2C. Everything else very, very cheap, pretty good, very good starting point. We rolled all these flasks ourselves with what we found while leveling. Again, that will all be in the VOD if anybody wants to watch it. Quick TLDR of how we leveled though is we leveled Armageddon Brand, because I think leveling Explosive Arrow just didn't look great, which meant we came through cast speed, we came up through actually lightning to begin with and started with Storm Brand, and then I ran to here, and then I went across the top and came over here and got the RMR, and then as soon as I could change to Armageddon Brand and do my normal lab so everything ignited, I took the fire wheel, I took the whole fire wheel here, and then I took the damage over time wheel here, and then that was enough damage for me. Changed it into Firewalker. That was enough damage for me for a 4-link Armageddon Brand to get through the whole campaign. And so I started the Skillgrimage all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way down here. And I didn't change to Explosive Arrow until like almost right now, when I got this entire wheel and then also this wheel, so that my totems would feel good. I didn't want to be pretty handicapped of running totems and only have like this totem wheel, an ancestral bond, and then just be on this Skillgrimage all the way down here, and like this is the first time you get Dex in the build. It just didn't look like a good start to me. So starting with just Armageddon Brand Ignite felt pretty good. Ascendancy Order was just Shapers of Flame first and then those two. I could take either Bastion or Shaper of Storms from my last Ascendancy. I don't know what I'll do. We'll figure that out now. We also have just killed Katava. We've just done our re-gear stuff. So we didn't miss any passive points. We did apparently. We missed the way forward, which I did go back and grab. But we haven't run a single map. We haven't done the Kirak map in the thing. That's where we're starting. So beginning of episode 1. Starting with that. So we're going to see how far we get. And let me find my timer to start. Here you are. All right. So I am not the fastest. I'm not the fastest mapper. I'm not the fastest leveler. I'm not the fastest pretty much at anything, to be honest. So hopefully this is a relatively accurate representation of what somebody can do with limited playtime, or at least what somebody who knows what they're doing can do with limited playtime. And you still forgot the points? What points? Alright, while this is happening, I forgot to do a thing, which was delete all my low-level things. Shouldn't I delete all my low-level things? Pretty sure these low-level ones don't work. Oh, no, they do. Okay. But I already have it. Look. Don't know what you guys are talking about. Should turn D&D off in case somebody wants to. You said you missed it? I did miss it. But I picked it up before I started that intro. Like I had missed it. That MTX just looks so nice. It was impossible for me not to buy the MTX on the Working Class Exile account. It's so good. How did they do it? It is so good. Ah, yes. Good old corrupting blood. Holy shit. Do I actually have a harvest in my first map? What the hell?
This way, Exile.
I don't even have any bases to craft on yet. I just got to maps, buddy. I don't have any bases yet. Oh, Watercraft crafting station is now available in my hideout. Actually, I will want that. and I'll want that. And I'll use that. I don't even have any bases to use these on right now. All alt bases found. The problem is I don't want any bases. I need like a base quiver. How does this work again? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't know what it is. All right, that and that. Now, you may notice that I tell people off for making 1C trades, but I'm currently making 1C trades. And you may think, what the fuck, Balor? You yell at me for making 1C trades. Why are you now making 1C trades? And the answer is, I have 2C. Well, now 6. Like super early, like on your day 1 reaching maps. Yeah, you can make any sale. You should make any set. You need a few chaos. You need a few chaos to get started, and it's mandatory, and you have to get it. So that's what's going on with that. What I didn't know was what I was going to do with my levels after this, though. Just, oh, yeah, I was going to do this to start with. Oh, links. Hello. Uh-oh. I don't know if I have any other uniques. I think I just sold my only unique that... Oh, nope. Here we go. Become something cool. You're not worth anything, are you? No. Become something cooler. Become something cooler. I mean, that's not what I meant by cool. Fun. You know what? I will keep 2 of those. Just in case.
When I'm ready and not before.
Okay, maps. What do I have? One of them and one of them. Cool. Off we go then. So while we're relatively desperate for our initial few chaos to get the things we need, I will make 1C trades. But I will very quickly stop There's also a pretty decent argument to... Wait, can I not? Oh. I actually can't talk to that map device yet. There's also a pretty decent argument to make the chaos recipe work for you pretty early. And you probably should in theory. But I'm not going to because I'm lazy and I don't want to. But you probably should. Also, where's Kirak? Here he is. I need to move Kirak. Actually, I need to move just about everything. Like this. Then Lily Roth like there. And then Kirak up here. Something like that. Yeah, that should do it. How are you going to work if you're still in the map and the timer runs out this time around? So it's not really a strict timer in the way that, like, it's not like the moment it hits 2, it turns off. Like if I finish a map with 2 minutes to go, probably shouldn't start another map. Right? Like I can't imagine that that's a good idea. But also if there's like 30 seconds left of my map when it runs over to the 2-minute timer, you know, whatever. Tell you what, this Elementalist EA build is really good. This is so much better than the champion version. If he's in a map at the 2-hour mark, he turns into a pumpkin. Oh no. Oh no. So, explosive arrow, just like elemental hit, and a few select other attacks, scales like a spell. So it means one of my most important things to get good power early when you're not like a day 1 pusher is going to be to get a level 20 gem.
When I'm ready and not before.
So that is something we will just straight up buy. I have no idea how much they are, but most level 20 gems for 2020 nowadays, yeah, even after the first like 3 days, are like 2 to 5C at most. So we'll start with being able to get a level 20 gem because it just makes you pick up way quicker. And so if you're playing any spell build, that should be like your #1 priority. Pick up a level 20 version of that skill. Level 21 if you can afford. Let's have a quick look. Oh wow, those are actually super cheap. Like 3C for an explosive arrow? Only for the 2020 bricked versions. There's even one there for 2C. I got 2C. This is why we make 1C sales this early. Make 2 1C sales, suddenly I've got a level 20 gem. Twitch extension does not show my character. Yes, correct. This is not my normal account. This is Working Class Exile's account. Does it go or not? Yep, I almost all the time do. Well, not almost all the time, every time. Have you watched the last version of Working Class Exile at all?
When I'm ready and not before.
What is Working Class Baylor's name? Working Class Baylor's name is Baylor sub to my OnlyFans. How do I finish these boots? I don't have time to look at those right now. It requires an in-depth answer. Suffixes cannot be changed. Ashling Slam. Hope that it gets rid of the suffixes cannot be changed mod. You're at the 50-50 stage. If it gets rid of elusive, then use suffixes cannot be changed. Reforge crit again to put elusive back on and then go again. After Delirium League for League 2? Ah, yes. Yeah, so at the end of every episode, we'll go over what happened, and we'll also put timestamps in the description of the video so that if people open it and then they're like, I don't want to watch 2 hours today, but I do want to see what happened, there'll be like a timestamp to click on so that you can go to the end and be like, this is the progress that was made. Ooh. Okay. I mean it exists. That's technically a 5-link. You get stuck doing all that extra work. Flaky, a YouTube editor. But you say extra work, but this whole video is a one-take rip from stream, so he doesn't have to do any of the normal editing for any of these videos.
When I'm ready and not before.
He'll be making splash screens still, I imagine, and then just ripping them straight over. Damn, he took a while to pick up, didn't he? Like, you alright, buddy? Editing out food eating? No. Nothing gets edited out of these videos. And from now until working class is over, I do not do a single thing on this account. Not a trade, not anything, without it being recorded. I can only imagine that's worth nothing. Pretty much. I should double dip and do like a 5-minute summary click. Then the full 2-hour upload? That sounds like making it separate just for the sake of getting more clicks. That sounds inconvenient to the user for the sake of upping the number of clicks my YouTube channel gets. I don't really do that. Like, don't get me wrong. I want more views. I want hella more views. More people coming's great. More subs on Twitch is great. But I can't do anything that would like objectively make the content even a little bit worse. Just to try and get a little bit more views out of it. Like, I need that chaos. Ooh, Veiled Chaos are worth 10C each. Probably 12 even. We'll go 11. Around 10 minutes seems to be the sweet spot. Yes. For algorithm purposes, if every video is 10.5 minutes, it would be ideal. Is a minimum to get paid? No. No, I'll get paid for, if I do YouTube shorts, we can get paid for them. YouTube is so much better with money and paying people than Twitch is. Twitch is like abhorrently bad at giving us, by us I just mean creators in general, their actual fair cut. Like abhorrently bad. Like it's really, really low how much we get from Twitch. Like if this wasn't a relatively new thing, just streaming in general, you would think that the rates that we get for ads from Twitch would be like illegal, but there just aren't rules for that yet.
when I'm ready and not before.
Oh man, there are still tons of people that want to do 1C trades, guys. What the fuck is going on here? What did this guy want? Morbid cage. There we go. No boxing in this overlay? I think there is, and I just haven't set it up. But I'm not gonna do it right now. You know, it feels like it's already time. It feels like it's already time. General mapping. General mapping?
How's the trail?
Well, that's already getting inconvenient. We'll be turning off 1C trades pretty damn soon. Chaos literally just rolling in. I mean, that's not any more than I would expect.
When I'm ready and not before.
Maybe we can buy an actual chest at this rate. I tell you what, we need more than an actual chest is attack speed right now. Even though we're in the Tempest, which is pretty good, we definitely do not have the attack speed. Totems fire at attack rate of 0.48. It's not enough. We're definitely not hitting 20 right now. Better quiver to get EE. Yep. I know. I don't need, like, I know what I need to get. But right now we do so much damage it doesn't matter. EA is just so strong. Better use of my time to just keep farming until it starts to slow down even a little bit, and then use a proper amount of money to do a proper upgrade. If you're on limited playtime and you're like, oh, I got 4 chaos, I can get a slightly better this, you're wasting a lot of time and money, because you could have just, if you didn't need to upgrade because you weren't struggling, you could have just kept going. And then when you did need to upgrade, maybe you can buy a 40C quiver instead of a 4C quiver. Damn, this is... All right. Starting to make a little bit of chaos.
When I'm ready and not before.
There we go. Bit late there, trap. Bit late there. So at this point, this is already the point where I stop 1C trades. Even on a limited time. 1C trades, too much, too often, don't need them anymore. Suddenly got 23C, don't need 1C.
Got my eye on you.
I think a lot of people hold on to their low chaos trades far too long. Like, it is no longer profitable for me to do a 1C trade on this account. With this much limited playtime starting this late, I'm already done with 1C trades. I make a big point of that because I know for a fact 6 weeks into the league right now, and there's still a lot of people with 1C trade windows open and a lot more people with 5C trade stash tabs up. And none of you should have that anymore. Ooh. Wink. Run faster. Oh, yes, please. Thanks. I did say I wanted to run faster. Boy. Mage blood when? How upset would you be if by the end of this series, Working Class Exile was wearing a mage blood? And I don't mean got lucky and dropped one on the ground. I mean earned it.
When I'm ready and not before.
So on the note of getting really lucky and drop one on the ground, we had an agreement last time for things like headhunters or mirrors of Caloundra, like, and in this case now it would also I would also add mage blood on the squire. But if I happen to get that lucky at any point during this series, like that one of the like big ticket, like several hundred exalt items drop, that we're going to treat it like a 10 exalt drop. So it's still some good RNG, but it's more like getting a brother's stash card duplicated. And so what I'm going to do is I'll just on my main account buy it off myself for 10x. And so if I happen to get ridiculously lucky, it's only going to be 10x worth, not 400x or whatever it is. Because that seemed pretty fair to everyone last time. Straight into the next map, please. I will not earn a mage blood in this amount of time. I already know. Though I could, if that was my goal from the start. If my goal was take Working Class Exile's hours and earn a mage blood, absolutely I could do that. Mage blood in 60 hours, that's doable. The shrine duration affects the goal. Yep. Without flipping, etc. Why are you putting extra restriction? Hey, could you do this incredibly hard thing in a super limited time, but also don't do it the right way? What do you mean?
You think you are exploring the boundaries of existence. You are an insect charting quite farewell.
What's that extra restriction for? Why? Is that extra restriction just exist there to be like, see, you can't do it? Like, is that its only job?
When I'm ready and not before.
And yeah, it's sextant rolling, by the way. If I was to try and make a mage blood in 60 hours, I'd be sextant rolling. The first 2-3 days maybe at most would be trying to get my hands on as much money as physically possible. And then I'd be paying to get carries so that I could get my 4 watchstones as quick as physically possible. And then I'd be sextant rolling. And you would just wouldn't stop sextant rolling until I had a mage blood. Wouldn't really take that long. Probably once you got up and running, 30 hours? 30 to 40 hours ish, somewhere in that vicinity. I mean, it'd be a bit of work to get up and running to begin with. On 2 hours a day, it would be a bit of work to get there, to get up and running. But once you are up and running with sextant rolling and knowing what you're doing, it'd be fine. Okay, we were doing that. Yep. I don't have to do it, beep. There are plenty of people who already have. It's been very well documented. I wouldn't know. Or do degenerate trading on TFT. Number one thing every new player should learn is TFT. Super, super, super good. Super good resource. Very good, very quick, very safe way to trade. In a lot of cases, better trading than the website. For a lot of different things. It is not something you should be scared of. You should absolutely get involved in TFT. Yep, that's it. I forget the hotkey to look for the price of this. I'll just guess. I guess 3C because that's what the tab's at. LOL. Bye.
Hail.
Do, do, do. Yeah, see, I'm not placing any restrictions at all like that on Working Class Exile. Because those are restrictions that are like your personal feelings that you don't like a thing for some reason. It's got nothing to do with anything. It doesn't mean anything. I can still teach people to do that.
When I'm ready and not before.
That being said, I've never really enjoyed flipping. I've never really enjoyed like trading as a thing. I want to do the minimal amount of trading. I still want to exist in a trade league because I hate picking stuff up. But what I do want is to, like, you know, pick up things that will sell and sell them, but I don't want to be making tons and tons of trades all the time. Do you think it'd get views? Not a lot. If I was to do just like a flipping thing, it wouldn't get as many views, but the specific people that viewed it would benefit a lot. I think it would give as much benefit in general as most of the other content that I do, if not more, but only to select people. I mean, flipping and stuff is one of the hardest things to find. So there'd definitely be a niche for it. There'd definitely be a niche for it. I don't even think it would be that small. I think a lot of people would be very interested in how it was done. Wow. Easy tabula. Easy tabula rasa.
I need more mana.
Come. Do you see? Good day.
Hmm. It's actually pretty decent, that thing. How much are tabulas? $7C. See, this is where I have bad instincts. Why? What's your bad instinct? Did you want to Val that tabula? You did, didn't you?
Those I serve cast their eyes upon an endless, unchanging horizon.
You've got 23C. Why not get that Harem's Eye? Except you're still smashing and don't need the damage. Exactly. I'm still smashing and I don't need the damage.
Meaningless and insignificant one with no beginning. But then
In fact, right now, getting attack speed would up my clear and damage more than Harem's Eye would. Because I'm not reaching fuse counts.
nothing else.
So maybe when I do get to the point where I need more damage, I check and I can buy a really well-rolled 5-link for my Frenzy setup one for 35C instead of 6C, and it'll be perfect and I won't need to update it again. Right? The trick is when I stop to re-gear, I tend to re-gear like head to toe. I might at some point today or tomorrow, I might update my quiver just so I can get elemental overload on. Elemental equilibrium on even, because right now my quiver has fire on it, because that's just what I could afford. So like that might be a thing I do, but otherwise I tend to just power through with whatever gear I've got for as long as it works until it's time to upgrade. Then when it's time to upgrade, I upgrade a lot.
Kill it, Exile. Quickly.
I need red and blues. When would you say your gear doesn't work anymore? As soon as it stops feeling like I'm a god. You know, I'm like, currently I'm just like running around annihilating everything. When I don't feel like I'm annihilating things anymore, that's when I'm like, gear's starting to be pretty monk ass. And then I decide if I can do something about it. And you can't always on a league start, right? Like on a league start, you might be like, gear's starting to slow down a bit. I'm not quite as powerful as I was. And then you look and you're like, can't do anything about that now. So you just keep going. Hey, 5-link. Ooh, and a sack div card. We'll keep that too.
When I'm ready and not before.
I mean, right now I desperately need the accuracy. I would actually think I'll actually take that. It's a bit better. Gives us another 300 flat accuracy because I got 3 greens in my bow. What is the magic accuracy number? 3000.
You encountered? The job never ends.
7C for the tabular. Out we go. Honestly, it's the area on Elementalist compared to our champion. I love it.
When I'm ready.
I love the area. I know this version has a brain of splinters and my champion doesn't, but I'm just looking at like the distance that it can actually proliff. It just wins. Roll extra ES on this map. I don't even know if I identified it. I didn't. I have no idea what's on this map. I wasn't too concerned because there's only one mod that this character can't run right off the bat, and that's cannot regen. I can't run cannot regen. So I kind of just took a gamble, right? Like as long as it wasn't cannot regen, everything was going to be fine. Sorry, buddy, that's sold already. New maps. New map. New map. There's 3 more. More passives, please. So I'm going to rush down here for my map returns because I think they're pretty important. Because I'm wearing a gull, I went for shrines first. Just because an extra shrine, gull, super nice. If I didn't have a gull on or if I was solo self-found, I would have skipped the shrine points entirely. I think low-key gull might be the absolute strongest league start helmet that you can possibly wear. On pretty much any build.
When I'm ready and not before.
Surprised you're sustaining alks so well. That is not by accident. That is via the league mechanic and mostly dropping a bunch of unique stuff during the campaign to try and get like unique things that I wanted, but also just picking all of them up and vendoring them for elk shards so that I could have elks for my maps. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to use White Wind or Screaming Eagle, and they're both worthless. But like, that's half an elk and an alteration. That's just 2. How many uniques can you pick up in a map? What, 5, 6? Also, the quickest way to guarantee that you do not maintain elks, the very quickest way to guarantee you do not maintain elks is to not elk the map to begin with, because now it's not dropping enough for you to maintain elk. I will spend my very last elk on a map. Like, not elking maps is not a good move. The hell are you talking about? The gull. I think it's a league start helmet. This one right here. I think it always was pretty good. But now that there are shrine nodes on our atlas, it really like kicked it up another level to be like, I'm pretty sure that like any league starter do from now on, as long as the shrine nodes stay on our tree. I'm probably taking a gull on day 1. I don't think it'll get nerfed because it's not like the gull is insanely overpowered or anything. It's just really, really good early. 1 hour or 2 hours. Day 1 is even worth 20C. It makes sense. We can actually come back to this. I don't think we'll make it to 5 delirium reward tiles, just because this map is not very good. We're running back toward, yeah, so here it runs out, but 4's fine. That's money right there.
Seems risky. Stay safe.
When I'm ready and not before.
The biggest problem with getting something like anything to drop on the ground is that it doesn't matter how many times I do Working Class Exile, this will happen over and over again. This happens. The reason this happens is because my loot filters go stricter right away and I start running my maps continuously, and I run enough maps, stuff will drop and you will make money. But inevitably somebody in the YouTube comments will be like, I made 30C on one map, I haven't made 30C in a week. This is just streamer RNG. Like, that's, you know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. And it doesn't matter how many times I do it in a row either. Like, it does not matter how many times I do it in a row. I could do it over and over again. Every single league I could do a new Working Class Exile, and it still wouldn't. It is a new account. It is a new account. This is not my normal account. GGG does not even know this account exists.
Stay vigilant.
I mean, I'm sure their computer system knows it exists because I logged in, but they have no idea that it's related to me. Probably means it's worth 22 or 23C. The fact that that happened so quick, but it's fine. Ta-da, 66 chaos. What am I gonna grab next? Can I lose this? I mean, yes, but I don't have the regrets for it. Third of an X and 8 maps. Yeah, it's fine though. I mean, I could take this one for attack speed. Oh yeah, those are 6% attack speed nodes. We're desperate for that for now. All right, let's keep going. Did I finish this map? I was gonna say you underpriced those. So I intentionally meant to underprice them by 1C. It might have been more underpriced than 1C. Shit, did I finish this map? The answer is yes. I just forgot twice.
When I'm ready and not before.
And imagine if on my real account, on my real league start, I actually league started with the intent and purpose of a working class exile, instead of like doing some weird stuff that no one else is doing just to be different. Imagine. One day I'll get out of my own way and I'll make like one of these league starts for my actual league start. One day I'll get out of my own way and do that. I don't know when, but at some point. X in the chat to doubt. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. I will. I actually think Sab's in a pretty good place right now and doesn't need a nerf. The physical trap is still in a pretty good spot and can be used, but it was only still very, very strong at the beginning because of the blessing buff, giving you a free extra aura. Like, it's still good enough to play if you really like it, but it's not like OP anymore. I'm not rerunning the rest of that map just to find the few mobs that are still alive. No way.
Got my eye on you.
Hail, Godslayer.
Look at that. Whispering Ice on its own. Worth an alk. A whole alk. This is how we maintain alks early. We pick up trash uniques.
Long day. Stay vigilant.
You don't have to limit yourself to Fizz Trapper for League starts either. Like if you're just willing to start a Saboteur, either Trapper or Miner of many varieties, you'll do great.
Local, need your aid.
When I'm ready and not before.
It's so pretty, the explosive arrow MTX. Honestly, I want to league start this that I'm playing right now next league unless it gets changed. It might get a nerf bat, you never know. Impossible to tell right now. How much is the bow carrying? Tell you what. Now it's a 3-link. And do this whole next map with it as a 3-link. Want to see how it does on the boss. Oh, Syndicate's probably a good test, right? We know they're pretty tanky early, right?
It's my turn to rip the exile limb.
Beg for your life, Brandis.
I just got gruesome. That was
I'm going to kill you, Giannis. Just not yet. When I'm ready and not before. By the time
Feels alright.
no one will be able to tell. Red Lake sullies his pride by the light.
you cheated. Hey,
I'd have made a little more show of it.
ranks must be earned. You would have
I can approve. The question now, Exile, is whether or not you're foolish enough to face it down. Too much clutter.
I'm on that 6 socket anyway. Alright, boss man. Boss man me on a 3-link. Let's go. I mean, that's noticeably worse for sure. It's still manageable. Like, certainly I know that I'm down to a 3 link, but I mean, that wasn't slow.
No more deals.
So this is probably the league start, eh? For me. Yeah, worst case you'd actually be on a 4 link, but I made it a 3 link because I think this is a very, very fast bow with some good flat damage on it. So like if I make it a 3 link, it'll be somewhat close to what a 4 link would be on a regular bow, right? That was my thought process.
Strike low.
I do feel rather slightly bad after crusading against it. I don't. It behaved exactly how I predicted it would behave. It did exactly what I told people it was going to do. As long as you have a decent understanding of what you're doing, it'll go fine. If you're a complete noob and you don't know what you're doing and you don't know breakpoints, you will very quickly hit a wall and not do enough. It's just a little bit... It needs a little bit of knowledge or the willingness to do the correct amount of research to make sure that you're able to hit the things that you need to hit. But as long as you are, as long as you're willing and you work it out, then it'll be fine.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Just fun drama. I don't think so. Most of the people I hang out with don't farm drama. Like if you even semi-regularly see a different streamer in my chat, probably relatively drama-free people. Alright, unveil me some stuff. That's a pretty good craft to have.
Keep your eyes sharp.
You know, Global accuracy percent. Yeah, yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it. There's my magic 3K number. I felt really bad when that tornado shot drama hit. I felt really bad for Firegrass. Because like all that happened is he was very excited about ability he'd come up with. He tested it well. It was really good. He couldn't have known the changes that were going to happen in the league. None of us did. Those changes affected it so badly, even he himself had a bad league start because he started it himself. And then people wanted to crucify him like he'd ruined everyone's lives intentionally. And it was just like, he couldn't have known that those changes were gonna, he started it himself. Like he didn't know it was going to end up starting out trash. He did the testing. Game changes happened. Give the dude a break. Yeah, then this league was a whole different thing, but when that happened, I did feel pretty bad. Nice. Goodbye, Mr. Boss Man. But Strongbox is in next, I think. I just played RFL League with my feet up. Now I'm using a controller as well. Honestly, Righteous Fire is like a prime example of a perfect build for a controller. Right? If people get burned in your recommendations, it's normal to expect there's some kind of responsibility. Oh, absolutely. But there's a big difference between like, this went shit. I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't see these changes coming. This is my fault. Should have done better. And people being, yeah, it was shit. And then there's a big difference between that and then people like hurling death threats and claiming acting like he's killed their dog and that it was intentional. Like he's the worst person in the world. Like it's not the same thing. It wasn't intentional. Very chill and my hands love it. Yeah. Yeah.
When I'm ready and not before.
Oh, I want that. Imagine we start farming patient cards right now.
It'll be a battle then.
Would you recommend Omni farming for League start? No. I would never, ever, ever recommend Omni farming to anyone for any reason. Ever. Alright. So basically the goal all day today has just been run as many different maps as we can, get as much progression as possible. I think we're doing a pretty decent job. Check it out, we got a yellow map already.
Long day. A ghastly influence lingers in this map, germinating unknown dangers.
We'll do that.
Hail, God. Hail, God.
When I'm ready and not before.
I guess strong build is strong. Yep. I mean, this is what all your runs should look like if you start with an actual meta league start build, not the way I start, which is usually with some like weird off meta thing I've come up with that I want to try. Like it's one of those do as I say, not as I do moments. You were called Conversion Stormbrand? Yep. Yep. I'm sorry, is that a hideout? Did I just get the Twilight Temple hideout? Is that a hideout?
Journey well.
I mean, it's not one of the rarer hideouts, but still. Like, I'm gonna run this map one time. Working Class Exile got a hideout unlock. Well done, buddy. Well done. Oh no, I hate this map. What'd I do wrong? Why can't I do this? What'd I do wrong? Right. Here's the thing. For stream, just because there are people in chat who are going to want that hideout, if you want it, you can just have it, but it wouldn't be that easy for me to sell as Working Class Exile, so I just can't charge you for it because it would be an unfair amount of, like, Working Class Exile isn't going to stop and sell it. So let me finish the map, and if anyone wants to be quick and whisper me, then they can just come and grab it.
Not before.
Whoops. One less person than before. Oops, daisy. Anyway, it's Baylor sub to my OnlyFans, so if anybody wants it. Oh, I didn't get the portal down in time. Rip. One more portal if anyone wants it before it goes away. Because it will disappear. Baylor sub to my OnlyFans is the name. Nice and quick. We're under a time constraint. There's one more portal.
Godslayer, good day.
Godslayer. A ghastly influence lingers in this map, germinating unknown dangers. Stay on high alert.
What's his OnlyFans names? Baylor Buns? It's obviously just BalorMage. Oh, may I have? There's one more. Lovely. Now get into that portal so I can launch over the top of it. Go, go, go. Oh, that looks like a witch. Yeah, you can't have shit. You need to be able to get into maps. You can't enter maps without having completed the campaign.
How's the trail?
A ghastly influence lingers in this map, germinating unknown dangers. Stay on high alert.
Need to party for it? No, you literally just can't. You need to have completed the campaign. It's gone now, it's too late. Off we go. I'd like it to be known I could have made 50C just then, selling it. And I think I should have. Like if this was me league starting for real this late, I would have taken the extra, 10 minutes to make sure that I gathered people who wanted it and, made 50C out of it. But my assumption is that Working Class Exile either doesn't even know that's a thing or wouldn't take the time in their limited time play to do that for that little money. Maybe if it was like a rare hideout that was like going to be 50C per slot, then they might. Like that's probably too much money. People have 50C on league start. Generally by the end of league start day, my character's wearing 300 or 400C worth of gear. Did I run past the boss? Oh, there it is. Hi, friend. You're not selling a hideout at actual league start. This isn't actual league start. This is just Working Class Exile's league start. Working Class Exile got to league start today. Or I guess yesterday. The entire market is different on actual league start. And so the things I would do like on day one will be different from what I would do on day one right now. For instance, if it was actually day one and day two of the league, I would be running the chaos recipe right now. Working Class Exile, but I have 2 kids and I can only play 1 hour every Sunday. Yeah, there's a limit. You don't need a god tier amount of playtime to be able to play PoE and do well. But if your limit is 1 to 2 hours a week instead of 1 to 2 hours a day, I'm sorry for your loss. Start playing other games. This is not for you. You will never get anywhere. That's just how it is. Yeah, it doesn't require god tier amounts of playtime, but it does require some. It's more than that. Yeah, you might be a standard player. Maybe that's a thing. But yeah, my suggestion would still be other games. Other games at that point. Play something else. That's unfortunate, but there just literally isn't enough. Like it's not enough. No, you just can't do it. Good stuff. Oh, I was gonna buy something. Would the strategy made with the quant character work with a non-increased quant character? So yes and no. I don't know if you'd make enough to warrant using gilded scarabs, but you would just use polished, and then sure, like it would still work. You'll make less than half the amount. Probably closer to a third, but it'll still be fine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Stupid corrupting blood. Stupid corrupting blood, man.
When I'm ready and not before.
Yeah, see, if it was only like half an hour or 40 minutes away or something, I'd be like, just stay up. But that's 3 hours away. You can't be like, I'm tired now, but I'm going to stay up another 3 hours just for the announcement of something. It's not launching. Grasp. And 20 private leagues that pop up right after it and I want to get into one. I mean, fair, but do you think you won't be able to get into one when you wake up?
Got my eye on you.
Because, like, I'm pretty sure that you will. Filter okay for that, or should I lower it a bit? Okay for what? Farming promenades? If anything, it's not strict enough. Nah, that's because of the MFing. It's definitely strict enough if you're not in quant gear. You should never ever be wanting to go backwards on those loot filters, by the way. There's never a reason to go, unless you like restart the league or start in solo self-found, or you like start in a small private league or something like that. You should never ever feel the need or want to go backwards. X-Arch beacon in less than 2 hours. Please stop. I got 7 minutes to get the other one. Think I can do it? I can't do it. That's bullshit. Havoc could have it by now. Just saying. That sounded like a joke, but I think he actually would. Is it getting double Kirak nodes within 4 hours? What do you mean by double Kirak nodes? What does that mean? It takes Havoc approximately 4 hours to complete the Atlas. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, we're never gonna be that quick. That ain't happening. I'm happy with my progression, thanks. I mean, we haven't bought a single map yet. No bleeds, please. No bleeds, please. Thank you. I don't think like completing the Atlas, but what I mean, I'm pretty sure the video he put out was like both bosses dead, right? Like he killed both bosses within 4 hours. Or I guess all 4 bosses, if you want to look at it that way.
Godslayer.
Waka waka bang bang.
Germinating unknown dangers.
Boss is going to take 45 minutes. I'm an ignite build. Should be fine. I don't actually know how this works. I hope it's not that bad. Bud, this is the worst boss in the entire game. Would you stop it? Stop it. Stop it. Have a cooldown on your jumping around. Just stop it. Let's drop this portal before we die. Look, he's half dead. He's half dead. We dropped that portal for a reason. Bud. Bud. Come on. Come on. Come back here. Come back here. Take it like a man. Pretend you don't hate me. I just want a hug. It's a big warm hug. It's a big warm hug. I promise you'll like it. I promise you'll like it. Oh, we got a good ignite on it just then. Oh, we got one good ignite on it just then. Stand on the wall in the top left, like up here. I mean, obviously I'd have to drag him. I mean, I see what you mean about him like teleporting, but I don't know how to make him teleport. Oh, we got some explosions. Come on, buddy. This is the worst. I'm out of flask charges. I'll just die in a minute. It's all right. He's nearly dead. We'll get this. We'll get this. We're a tiny bit over 2 hours. You were right. This would take longer than 7 minutes. Come, buddy. Oh, don't do that to me. So if I just like stand here with as many totems on me as possible, will he just port to me? Eventually? Yes. Hello, bitch. That's a good trick. I like that. Stop chasing him around. Just stay there. Just stay there. All right. Done. That's it. That's it for the day of Working Class Exile. So, let's see where we got. 2 hours. 2 hours in maps. We have unlocked Maven. We have unlocked this dude, Searing Exarch, I think. We've done 22 maps. A few unique maps have been done. We have some tier 1 tier 6 and 1 tier 9 done. And we made 67 chaos, which is not a bad start. That's not a bad start at all. We now have some fuses, some jewelers. We still haven't run out of alks. That's gone pretty well. I didn't replace any gear today from the beginning to the end. Didn't touch a thing. Tomorrow I'll be looking at replacing this quiver because it does have fire damage to attacks on it, which has still meant that I haven't taken elemental equilibrium. It is my only piece that has fire on. So when I replace it and get elemental equilibrium, that'll actually be huge because I'm actually not exposing it all, which means this ascendancy is also not doing anything. So it'll actually be minus 50 because it'll be minus 25 from the exposure from elemental equilibrium, and then an additional 25 for this. And I'm not getting any of that right now. So there's a ton of damage in that. And, you know, frankly, we weren't having any damage problems, so I didn't worry about it. And I didn't want to upgrade into another 1 or 2C quiver because I'm already wearing a 2C quiver. And so my thought process is it's not really slowing me down. Everything's still getting one tapped right now. Don't bother stopping. Just continue blasting. Replace it with a real one for like, and when I say real, I mean like at least a decent one for like 20C or something when it's time to replace it, because I'll have money then. That was the thought process. So we'll probably replace it tomorrow so that we continue to annihilate everything. Otherwise, nothing else changed. We just blasted maps. It felt pretty good. I quite like the build as a whole. It's actually really strong. That is it for the end of day one. Judging by that progression, it'll probably be either tomorrow or the day after that I killed the 2 mini bosses, just judging by how quick that one went. So I'm looking forward to that. And I will see everybody tomorrow.